So up next, I want to invite four amazing people here. We're going to be talking about everything on FVM from a builder's perspective. So we have Shanu, Natalie, and Kate talking about all the things that they're doing. And Niki from Protocol Labs will be moderating this conversation. And we're going to cover all the things that all of you can look forward to as you're building with FVM. So Niki, Shanu, Natalie, and Kate, welcome.
Hi.
All right, I'll let you kick it off and take it from here.
I'm really excited to be here listening to all the talks since the summit started. And there's been a lot of talks about all the different technologies people can build on. So we're going to switch gears a little bit with this panel. And I hope, this panel becomes an inspiring session for you guys to go and build out projects. So hackathons are a great place to learn and try out different things and hack on ideas and build them out. But then there are also places where, bigger stories start. And this panel is to share some of these success stories. So I won't keep talking, and I will let all of you introduce yourself maybe and briefly share what your projects are about and what they do, what problems they solve. So maybe let's start with Kate.
Sure. Hi, I'm Kate Wong from STField Protocol. So STField is the first liquid staking protocol launched on FVM. We're live now since 12th of April. So what we're doing is to connect Filecoin token holder and storage provider by offering a decentralized staking experience and also leverage farming. So if you're a state storage provider, you can onboard your node on our platform, and then we will provide higher profitability. And if you're a token holder, we do not have a lock-in period, but you can stake your money in our protocol. So our APY is ranging from 10 to 20% now, based on the market-driven interest rate. So the interest is compounded every second. So it's solving the efficiency problem in Filecoin mining. So that for within just 6 weeks, we are more than 200,000 Filecoin staked already, and around 160 for the address stake already. And now we're joining the Allied Ventures IPFS Basecamp cohort. And that's why we are here. And also, I'm really glad that to have this opportunity to talk with you guys. And please try our protocol, sdfile.io. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, Natalie, maybe you can go next.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I would rather say actually that we don't just have one project or just a project. Yeah, basically I would say we're a Filefox team. So I'm pretty sure since you guys are, you guys are building on FVM or you are protocol apps and stuff. Yeah, you know what that Filefox Explorer itself. Yeah, it's basically the most popular data service in the Filecoin ecosystem, right? And even if you go to the actual website, the first option would be Filefox actually, which I'm very proud of. And yeah, basically we provide the one-stop on-chain data display and aggregation services for the Filecoin users. The Filefox Explorer now fully supports FEVM, which can analyze data, for example, like contracts and event logs, right? And also opens the contract verification functions to the community. So Fox Wallet has, Fox Wallet. Oh my gosh, Filefox has just announced our roadmap actually, and we just sent it out to all our partners as well as on our Twitter. So you're more than welcome to have a look at it and stuff. So we're going to be kind of like, we'll try to actively work on Filefox because it's been, I think, almost 4 years of existence, right? But now we're going to be trying to kind of work very much as well on the social side there, kind of try to let our partners as well as Filecoin understand what we are doing there as well. Yeah, try to evolve as well in a lot of ways. As you might know, we also have other projects that we built as a Filefox team. So one of them is FNS Space or FNS DAO, which is basically a .fil domain name, which is not only a domain name, because you can actually control, or I would say, I like to say control, though it's more like, you can kind of register or give your .fil domain name to your miners as well through the Filefox. So that's a pretty cool thing, considering it's a domain name. Yeah, the other domain names, they don't really have this kind of function. So it's pretty cool. And I believe it's a very good thing for the Filecoin itself, ecosystem. And also, so FNS has actually been integrated by SFT, ST Phil, Kate, shout out there, as well as Phil Fox, Fox Wallet, and other partners as well. And as you might know, we also taken a big part in developing Fox Wallet itself, which has reached pretty good numbers as of now. So yeah, Phil Fox team here. Thank you so much.
Nice. Maybe Shanu, you can go next.
Yeah, super excited. So I'm co-founder and CTO at Link, and at Link we are building GameFi infrastructure, allowing game developers to build their Web3 games in just a couple of minutes, integrating the Web3 aspects inside the game. So we are making blockchain gaming accessible for everyone, allowing game developers to ship fast, build fast, and even fail faster as well, without worrying about any blockchain complexities.
Cool stuff. And maybe let's segue into your journeys on building out products using FVM or in the Filecoin ecosystem, because I'm sure it's been a journey where you've been curious, maybe excited, then you started building something, and then you are like stuck at some point, and then there's like, you're looking for support, looking out everywhere, maybe being part of hackathons or other builder programs, and then, finally like you had the, oh yes, it works moment, right? So maybe let's walk through your journeys and any of you, please.
Yes, I guess the builder journey is like super excited. I think that few things, the critical resources that can help us is like the familiarity with the Filecoin ecosystem, because some of our team members working around the Filecoin ecosystem for like 2 years, and then that makes us familiar with the FEM and also Filecoin ecosystem. And the second thing is like a close communication with the protocol labs and also Filecoin on Slack, because Slack is a good stuff that you can ask any question and you can get from reply easily. And the last thing is our cohesive and experienced team that we are bound together and then to work for something good. And also, one thing to thank you is the Online Adventures Space Camp that really helped a lot.
All right, let me dive in. Then I would like to just say, like, absolutely agree with everything Kate has just mentioned, and probably I would add that for Phil Fox team it was a bit sort of easier, at least recently, yeah, because we already had a big experience in building on Filecoin, yeah. So we're kind of like we were already very familiar and understood all the like technical details, of Filecoin very deep. But so for example, building FNS was kind of like sort of easy in this way. So once we participated in the hackathon in, I think it was December 2022, right? So it was kind of like probably easier in the way, but at the same time, I'm personally a BD member, right? So I do business development. So there's a certain part of my job, that where I kind of like getting involved, right? But when it comes to building, of course, I don't know as much, but what I do know and the feedback that I got from the team was basically is the most important thing is the obviously official documents. There's always a white paper, there is always the docs there that you have to look at, and as it was mentioned by Kate, like Slack, so you have to always keep communicating as well as networking, as well as understanding what's happening, all the updates and stuff, right? And, so this way you can understand basically all the, compatibility differences of the FVM in the quickest way possible, right? And stuff. And, and generally, like at least from our experience, the FVM team as well as the ETH Global team, that was super helpful as well throughout the whole, like, let's say, hackathon building period as well. So it was pretty cool, and obviously the whole team has to kind of like sync in together. And when one person is freaking out, the other one has got to be like, okay, I got to put this in my hands, and then the opposite. So that's how it was.
Yeah, I'll go next. So I have been a game developer. I'm a builder. So I am a developer. I love to build, and I love building. I love coding. So what I do is I have been running a game studio for more than 5 years. I'm a game developer, and this entire journey started because in 2020, we have already built more than 60 plus games, hyper casual games. And in 2020, when we created our first Web3 game, we stuck upon a problem that infrastructure side of the Web3 stack is completely broken. And that's when it all started, because we created that a game, a Web2 game, in just 1 week. But just to convert that Web2 game to Web3, it took us almost 2 months. And that's when we figured out that a lot of resources are not available in the space at the moment. The complete infrastructure is completely broken. There is nothing, no information as such, which is available in the market. And we had $0 in our bank account. And when we started Link, so that's when we figured out the problem. We started working on the infrastructure side. We started fixing the problem. We started simplifying the blockchain stack for any game developer to create a Web3 game. And we have also participated in multiple hackathons, because I believe that hackathon is something that brings the best out of a team, a building team, a developer, or anything, because you have a deadline. You have only 48 hours, you have only 7 days to build a product and ship it out. And I also created a product till the last 2 minutes before I have to push it and the deadline is about to end. So it brings the best out of a developer. It brings them out of a comfort zone, and it increases that hunger to build out the stuff that you wanted to build since a very long time, right? And like the last hackathon that we participated was around Dapathon, and we won in the Mantle pool prize, and we created the NFT deployer working on top of Mantle. Then we have also been leveraging Filecoin ecosystem since a very long time. I think since more than a year now, because that stack is completely decentralized. So every in-game asset that is stored on IPFS is pinned with Filecoin. And when FEVM came, we have been leveraging FEVM as well with all our capacity, and how we can leverage the power of FEVM and Filecoin at all the possible ways. And we have also created the dynamic NFT standards in a Filecoin hackathon, which happened, I think, 6 months back. So like hackathon has been a great game changer for us as well. And I believe that any builder out there must participate in hackathons.
Awesome. Cool. Maybe I can ask you the next question, Shanu, so you continue along the same line. So say when you go to hackathons, and you see like these 20 different projects, and all of them look like fun and exciting, right? And you are like, which one do I pick now? Like, how do I start? Like, what's that process like? And what advice would you give to the hackers at HackFS on, how to find their way, like what to pick?
So I've also seen multiple companies just built out of hackathon. They have just created a POC in the hackathon, and later on they have become a multi-million-dollar company, because that POC was something that was solving the real issues of the people. So I believe that once you are participating in hackathon, you have the hunger to solve a problem. Now that if I have an option to choose among 20 other projects that which one I should build, the first thing will be, how many problems will I be able to solve with the product, whichever I go with. So if I'm going with one product that doesn't solve the problem, but it is super exciting to just like show it off with other people, then I would rather remove that out of my to-do list and choose something that actually solves the problem for multi-billion people. Not even multi-billion people. Even if I'm solving the problem with 1,000 members, 1,000 people, I would be happy to do that. Because right now we have, like, for example, when we started, we don't had any game developers building on top of us, because we were just trying to solve the entire tech stack for everybody out there. But now we have more than 100 plus game projects for building on top of Link. And when I look at those projects, it feels like, okay, now we have done something grateful for them, that they are able to leverage our tech and they are able to integrate the Web3 elements that took us almost 2 months to do. And they are able to do that in just 2 minutes. So that's one thing that I would look for, that if you are building something, look out for the problem that you are solving for the people. And hackathon is one of the best opportunity to do that out there.
Nice. Yeah, maybe Kate and Natalie, you can go next, and just like, what's the advice you would give to hackers to at HackFS?
Yeah. I'll say maybe two keywords. That one is pivot and another is confidence. Because from what at the beginning, we are running the FVM Open Hack Day, that we're not using SDView as the product because we pivot a little bit. At that time, SDView is a large product, but like hackathon is like a super short period of time, so that we just pivot and extract a crucial part that is called WFill, the webfill, and then that part will be easier for us to do, and we're more confident in do that. And with that part, we like submitting deadline is approaching the next Monday. Then our team confirmed the plan on Tuesday, and interface on Wednesday, document on Thursday, and then video on Friday, and then submit it over the weekend. So it's super packed, and then it's require lots of strong execution skills and also early planning and also outcome planning. So for a little bit advice or maybe a little bit further explore, I would suggest that hackers can go to visit fvm.filecoin.io, that a part called What Does FVM Unlock? Because FVM is like a completely open playing field with unlimited opportunities. There's so many things that can think about. And also at the workshop that we are having like today, and that will be help a lot.
Cool.
Of course, I would totally agree and totally sign up with everything that Shanu and Kate said. Yeah. So first of all, yeah, you gotta bring the value. Second, you gotta have the arrangement, the right arrangement. You know how the team works, and I guess it also proves a lot of like what kind of team you are and how, I wouldn't say maybe reliable you are in general, right? Because it's pretty important, right? So yeah, in terms of value, for example, what is important for us? Yeah, because we built FNS, which is a .fil domain name, right? So we were thinking, well, domain name apart from like, because first of all, at that time, which was December 2022, right? It was the time when the domain names in general for like different chains and networks, they were like thriving, right? It was crazy. Everybody's super like hyped up and stuff. So it kind of like marketing wise and stuff, like it made a lot of sense. Second, generally domain names, they give you this branding. So this would give the Filecoin itself or FVM, yeah, the big branding itself, right? Because the more projects integrate .fil domain name, the more kind of visibility it brings to Filecoin itself, right? So that's one of the values that we saw. And the second one obviously was the fact that we also created the miner domain service as well through the Filefox. So it was like a whole kind of connection there. So that's what we saw in that, and so it was like a perfect combination there. And of course the arrangement, as I mentioned, yeah, like one person freaks out, another one goes like, okay, we gotta take over this, and then because what happened, for example, to us, I'm the BD, right? But I was also kind of like I was taking care of the making video and the presentation and stuff, and there was like 300 recordings and stuff, and I just only took care of that. And then when it came to actual presentation, which was at 3 a.m., I mean, for me, and I remember Steven, who is our main developer, he was like, I think I cannot do it. So I was like, okay, I'm going to take care of this, So it was like a whole, you got to take care of each other. And that's what is the beauty of it. But at the same time, it's important for the teams to understand, okay, if so what, we have each other's back. Yeah, we know how to, help each other in a certain situation. Because somebody is very good at, I don't know, building, somebody's good at speaking, somebody's good at whatever, because it's a difficult kind of thing to do, right? You can have a fantastic project, but a lot of things also depend on how you kind of present it as well. It's all, it's the world. This is how humanity works. But anyway, that's what I would say. Yeah, super agree with everything Kate and Shanu have mentioned. So I kind of sum it all up.
Yeah. No, I think you touch upon like a couple of really important points that hackers often either don't think about, or at least in my conversations that I've had every time I've gone to an in-person hackathon, is like, even if you are an already existing big team, you can still go to a hackathon and build something out from scratch. And then you never know, it becomes a part of your product later, or it gives you ideas and you get to explore tools that you might end up using in very different ways. And I think the second part that I really like is that, you don't, I mean, yes, hackathons are great for developers, but then you also need a lot of other people to, turn your projects into actual companies later. So hackathons are also a great place to find such people. So no matter whether you are not a developer, you'll meet developers at a hackathon, or if you are a developer, you'll meet other, storytellers that you might meet at some point as you continue building out your project. So yeah, this was awesome. I loved hearing your stories. I hope hackers found inspiration in it too. And yeah, hope to see you guys again on some other panel someday.
Thank you so much.
Likewise. Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much.
I was going to say, well, Kate, Shanu, Natalie, thank you so much for that amazing discussion. And it was really good insights. And I think the takeaway is that kind of do something that you enjoy doing. And it's better to solve a problem for 100 people who really have something than 1,000 people that may have probably a problem. So focus on that, especially as you have limited time. And Niki, thank you so much for facilitating that amazing conversation.
Thank you so much, Karthik.
All right, take care, everybody.